Hello, it's the 7th of May 2017. Guess what? It's Naked Gardening Day. What? Yeah, it's Naked Gardening Day. You mean we're supposed to go out and garden naked? Apparently. As you can see, I'm in two minds about this. It is kind of warm-ish, but not what I would call summer, is it? Exactly. What did your parents always tell you? Cast ne'er a clout till May be out. That means you don't take any clothes off until the beginning of June. And you know why? Because it's too cold. And I'm an old lady. This is why I wear this horrible stupid scarf around my neck, because if I don't wear something around my neck, what happens? I get a sore throat and then I get a cold. Well, couldn't we just do a little bit of naked gardening? Like, you know, just reveal a little something for YouTube. For YouTube, why for anybody? You know, you see something on the internet and you think, oh yeah, that's a good idea, I'll do that. I'll drink 10 pints of Coca-Cola for the Coca-Cola challenge, or, whoops, sorry. I could post a link to a video in which I did reveal some of myself in a very tasteful manner some years ago when I was first doing videos on YouTube. Yeah, why not do that? Let's just get on with some sensible gardening. Oh, I tell you what, we could do some weeding with bare hands. Excellent. Okay, we'll do that. Let's do a quick rundown of what's going on the allotment right now. Okay, well, these are things I'm going to plant out. They've been in the polytunnel for a while, catching the wind and toughening up, I hope. And although it is only just the beginning of the second week of May, we are in the southeast of England, and I know Chris says there's a frost risk until the end of May, but I can't wait that long. I've got all these things to plant. This is a courgette. They are a bit tender. We've got fleece. I'm going to plant out one courgette. These are chickpeas. Aren't they pretty? They grow very easily, so if they get frosted, I'll just plant some more. In fact, I'm going to plant some more anyway, because I'm told you don't get many chickpeas on each plant. And then these are the mini pop sweet corn. Again, they're supposed to be a little bit frost tender, but the thing about frost is you never know. If I didn't plant them out and it didn't get frosty, and in 2 weeks I'd say to myself, why didn't I plant out that sweet corn before it just got all gangly and fell over and yellow and died? So here I am on the allotment. This is what I did with the remaining lettuces that I didn't want to keep in the polytunnel. I planted them between the brassicas, can't remember, oh yes, they're Calabres, these ones, inside this net tunnel. And that will keep the frost off as well as the insects. I planted the runner beans a couple of days ago. I have in the past had runner beans sort of knocked back by the frost, but what happens is they generally have a really good root system that they set out first. So if the top bit dies, they send out another shoot from the bottom. And if the worst comes to the worst, again I shall plant some more. Something's taken a leaf off this one. It's a very clean break. I think it might be a pigeon or something like that. I suspect the crows, I don't think they want the leaves, I think they're trying to get the string that I've used to tie my beans to the poles with. Look, naked weeding. Well, they're hand weeding anyway. We're determined to get more peas this year. Chris planted a nice row along this wire, and then he continued the wire back here. He's planted some more yesterday, haven't come up yet obviously, and round there, and along the string where he hasn't put the wire yet. Oh, and down there we've got some volunteer potatoes here, and we thought this time we'd leave them and see what they produce. The frost killed these, but they have come back again. The wind's been blowing all my lovely broad beans over, but there's so many they are more or less holding each other up. On the new allotment, there's Chris's asparagus bed. Beyond it, he's built a little flower garden, because he keeps coming back with flowers and we don't have anywhere in our back garden to put flowers. Under those nets, there are Brussels sprout plants. I had early Brussels sprout plants and main Brussels sprout plants. Chris said, why have you planted them both at the same time? I said, well, I don't know, that's just what it said on the packets. They say you can plant them anytime. I kind of assumed it meant that the late Brussels sprouts would just take longer, or they would last longer or something, but we'll see what happens when they produce. And then here is where I'm going to put my baby sweet corn. This new allotment has a lot of grass coming up, and I keep going around and plucking it with my bare hands. And eventually I'm hoping it'll just give up trying to get through my wonderful mulch. But plan B or C, or whichever one I've got to now, is straw bales. I'm going to cover it all with a layer of straw. I've made 16 holes through the several layers of cardboard and compost mulch. And now to drop the little plants in. You can see the roots have reached the bottom of the root trainers, so they really do need to go in the ground. There's the courgette. Inside a protective layer of fleece, which is so dense you can't see through it. I hope the sunlight gets through, but it will keep the frost off, I guess, if there is any. And that's my baby corn and my chickpeas. So that's the allotment. Things are coming along. Now, I did say something about a video which I made years ago which shows a bit more flesh than you're ever going to see on this channel. So I'm going to put the link here in case you're still with me and still interested. It's a bit embarrassing now, so I'll just shut up and say bye.